Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to do your January 2000 reading. Welcome to the new year. I continue to use the Gilded Tarot deck, drawing 8 cards for the month, 2 cards for each week, with an additional card as the overall theme and advice for the month. These are general readings, so they may not apply or resonate the same with everyone. I suggest you also check your rising and your moon sign as well. I continue to run specials for each month. This month, my specials will be $1 a minute for personal reading. The readings begin at 30 minutes and go up in increments of 15 minutes to 90. I don't do readings shorter than 30 minutes because I just can't process the energies that quickly. So if any of you are interested in a private consultation, just click on the About button on my channel's homepage, and that will give you more detail about myself, the services I offer, and my contact information. And a special thank you once again for those of you who have allowed me to do private readings for you. I've been kept very busy these days, and thank you so very much. It truly is an honor. And for those of you who continue to watch and subscribe and listen to my channel, thank you so very much, and a happy, happy new year to all of you. So let's get started. This video is for Leo for January 2016. Feisty, fiery, lovely, luscious lions. What does the first month of the new year hold for you? Leo, January 2016. Okay. Excuse me. For the first week, we have the Sun card. There you are. Followed by the Three of Wands. For the second week, we have the Star card. Followed by the Ace of Cups. For the third week, we have the Hermit card. Followed by the Page of Wands. For the fourth week, we have the Page of Pentacles, followed by the Eight of Pentacles. And as an overall theme and general advice for the month, the card from the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. Interesting. What a fabulous reading, Leo. I'm so excited to bring it to you. Let's start. We begin with the Sun card, followed by the Three of Wands. Now, this is a beautiful combination of cards. We'll begin with the Sun card. The Sun is your ruler, Leo. You are ruled by the Sun. The Sun is about fun. It's about light. It's about warmth. It's about things, in a sense, things being revealed, the light shining on things. It's about dark corners being swept away. It can be about enlightenment. This card is just about, when you think about the Sun, you think of warmth and beauty and life and that which feeds things that need the sun's heat and the sun's warmth to grow. The Sun is a beautiful card to have smiling on you. And when I think of Leos, I always think of two cards. I think of the Strength card because of the big lion on it, and I think of the Sun card. So how lovely you showed up in your own reading. Now, it is paired with the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card, oh, and by the way, if you didn't know, the Sun card is a major arcana card, and you actually have 3 in your reading. So the Three of Wands is the elements being air and fire. Wands is a suit that represents change, movement, action, and power. However, the Three of Wands is one of the quietest cards in this suit. It's a card more about gestation. It's a card more about waiting and of patience and of waiting to see what the effort you put into something, the hard work or the troubles you've had working on something has come to pass. You see a man standing with his back to us. He is staring over the horizon of the water, watching his ship either sail out or come back in. I always kind of get a little bit of a feeling that it's coming back in, to see what's on it, to see what it is bringing back to him as compared to how he sent it out. So it's a card about, it's kind of a card about waiting. However, paired with the Sun card, it says that this is a combination that clearly speaks to troubled times passing. This is a combination that, let me see if I can adjust my light here. Nope, that's worse. This is this is a combination that speaks of it. It's similar to the Six of Swords in that it's difficult times coming to pass. This is about whatever burdens that you have felt are going to be restricted. This is a combination that speaks about finally letting the light into your life, finally being able to be in a place where you can have fun and be more lighthearted, restrictions being lifted, burdens being laid to rest, being able to have fun, being able to celebrate. This is really about watching good things come in, having the sun smile on good things coming in. This also speaks to if your money perhaps has been feeling a bit tight lately. Of course, we just passed up the holidays, which is can be a big spending holiday for some of us. It means that the tightness and restriction around your money is going to be lifted, and you can breathe a little bit easier in your financial sector. This is just a beautiful combination to begin the new year with. This is a card about hard times coming to an end, and the feeling that I get, the general feeling that I get is being able to breathe easier in all aspects of your life, and watching things that you have worked for finally start coming back in. About fun, it's about light, it's about laughter, it's about celebration. What a beautiful way to start the new year. Good for you, Leo. Now, in the second week, we have the Star card, followed by the Ace of Cups. It just keeps getting better. The Star card is another major arcana card. This is a card primarily about faith. This is about hope and faith. This is about unconditional faith and unconditional love in a way. It shows a woman, a beautiful, bare-breasted, bare-chested woman who is unabashedly and unreservedly pouring out her pitchers into the water with perfect faith and perfect confidence that they will be refilled whenever she needs them, because the source is limitless. You can see the star kind of shining above a clockwork in the background, all things moving as they should be, all things in conjunction, everything being in perfect balance. This is about also, as you can see, part of her body is in the water, and then you have the stars from the heaven. This is about a beautiful uniting of hope and faith, and a promise that whatever things that you have been through that have been difficult and challenging and painful um, are passing. The wheel is on the upswing. This is having faith in that promise. And I often see this card pulled after someone has been through something that traumatic or cataclysmic or just really difficult, challenging, and painful. It's a card about having faith that things are coming around for the better. Um, Peace, serenity, healing, restoration. That's what this card represents. Now, it is paired with an absolutely beautiful card, which is the Ace of Cups. And cups being the element of water, and the cups is a suit that represents love, emotion, relationships, how we relate to other people. And aces represent new beginnings, the seeds of new beginnings. The Ace of Cups in particular represent um, love coming in, and paired together with the Star card. This is about unconditional love. This is about new beginnings with unconditional love. Now, this is going to play out a little differently for some of you than it is for others. Although the underscoring message it's just astounding. It's a beautiful combination to have. Um, for those of you who are single and looking, this is most definitely talks about a new love coming in, somebody coming into your life. And this is going to be about a love that surpasses your understanding. This is going to be about unconditional love. This is going to be a love that restores your hope, that restores your faith, and that could even for some of you be part of the end part of a healing process for you. It's a beautiful combination to have, and it shows that God, Spirit, the divine, whatever your spiritual structure is, has moved heaven and earth to bring this into your life. For those of you who are in an established relationship, this may resonate with you that something happens, perhaps this difficult time that you've been through has something to do with your relationship, and there's going to be something that happens where there's going to be a renewal of love, or a renewal of your awareness of the place that you have in each other's lives. This is about a love that goes beyond just sheer human connection. This is spiritual. This is divine in essence. This is earth Earth meets sky. This is about almost a holy union. Um, it's a beautiful combination to have. For some of you, it's going to represent in just a beautiful renewing of self-love and of love in the place that you are in life. It's a place that where you have received some kind of healing, some kind of restoration. You're resting in a place where you're almost cradled, you're almost bathed in the light of this very strong union, this very strong love, this sense of unconditional love and peace and healing. What a beautiful, beautiful combination to get in the second week, Leo. Now, towards the middle of the month, around the third week, although there are no clearly defined beginning and endings to the energy of these cards, it represents a general reading for January 2016, but could easily begin at the end of December and go a little bit into February as well. So somewhere around the middle of the month, third week of the month, we have the Hermit card, another major arcana card, your third one, paired with the Page of Wands. Now, the Hermit card is, well, when you think about hermits, you think about maybe sometimes as somebody living in a cave. This card has more of a deeper spiritual, intuitive sort of meaning than that. This is a card that can be about retreat. It can be about taking a step back to be more reflective. This shows a man who is an aged man who kind of gives the impression that he's, a wise old man who's gotten a lot of wisdom and insight and clarity through a rather long path through life. He's holding up a light to guide him on this, what looks to be a bit of a precarious path, and he's picking out each step carefully, and he's allowing the light to show him the way through. So this is a card about intuition and wisdom. This is a card about reflection. This is a card about finding the path through. It's also about a singleness, a single-minded focus on what is the truth and what is the way through. Now, it's paired with the Page of Wands, which is going to give this combination a little bit of a different meaning. Pages are, they can represent young people, actual children in your life. They can represent someone who just has a younger sort of mentality or a more youthful, exuberant mentality. And they also represent the messengers of the tarot, which is how I most often see them. And that's pretty much how I see this card in this spread. Wands, again, being the suit of air and fire, representing passion and emotion and creative pursuit, something creative. And a lot of times it has to do with career or a certain kind of project that you're very fired up about, very inspired about. And I think that you're somewhere around the middle to the third week of the month, you get a message about something, you get some kind of communication about something, and the feeling I get is that it's something that you have already been working on or that you've put in a bit of work, and some kind of news, or you get some kind of bump, some kind of information, some kind of message, that some kind of actually breakthrough is more of the phrase that I'm getting right now. There's some kind of breakthrough about something that you've been working on, an idea that you've had, something I feel you've already been putting work into it, that really fires you up and inspires you. Now, paired with the Hermit card, I actually see this as a combination where somewhere in the middle to the third week of the month, the end of the month, you're actually going to be, as a result of this breakthrough or communication, this message, this creative breakthrough, something happens with something that you're working on that actually makes you retreat, withdraw in a sense, because it fires you up to start putting more effort and more energy into whatever this project is, whether it's connected directly with your career or it's something perhaps that you're starting on the side, something more entrepreneurial, something very creative, and something that's specific to just you. I feel like whatever breakthrough you have about it, or whatever good news you have about it, or I feel like you start to see, as we saw with the Three of Wands in the beginning, you start to see what you're putting out actually coming back in, and it inspires you and fires you up to such a degree that you actually get a renewed sense of energy about this, and it actually causes you to retreat and withdraw and isolate just a bit at the end of the month, because you actually begin to put more and more into this. That's a very strong feeling I'm getting with this combination. however that resonates with you. Now, in the last week of the month, we have the Page of Pentacles, excuse me, followed by the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles, again, I'm seeing this as a tangible, something's being brought to you that's very tangible. I think that, okay, so pages, I see this as a messenger, but a more tangible messenger than the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands, I'm seeing that as more of a thought, a more internal, inspired sort of thing that causes action within yourself. It causes you to have a renewed sense of energy. Now, the Page of Pentacles is a little more of a practical, grounded energy. Pentacles, the element being earth, and the Suit of Pentacles represent things that are much more tangible, typically finances, resources, actual money, property, assets, wealth, actual tangible fruits of our job, that sort of thing. As you can see, the Page of Pentacles is standing there. He is dressed very nicely. There's a peacock behind him, which I always see as a harbinger of luxury and abundance. He's holding a beautiful, bright, shiny pentacle in his hand. And the feeling that I'm getting from this card is that you're being brought something in the last part of the month. And that has something to do with tangible benefits, tangible abundance, tangible actual money. So whatever it is that fires you up to put more effort, more work, more intention into this project or career path that you're on, I think in the last week of the month, you actually see it start to pay off. It's the page, it's not the queen or the king, but it is significant, and it comes with the promise of further abundance. I think that whatever it is you've been working on, you're starting to really see the fruits of the labor. You're really starting to watch things come in. The sun is smiling on it, and you're just really fired up. You feel almost youthful in this. You have two pages back to back. It feels very youthful. It feels very inspired, and it feels like you're really putting a lot of this back into it. You're working. You're seeing it come back in. You're working hard. You're working hard to the point where you're almost isolating. Keep an eye on that. We don't want to go completely to the other end of the spectrum. Make sure to enjoy yourself and to have an appreciation for this new love, or this renewed sense of love as well. Now, the Page of Pentacles is paired with the Eight of Pentacles, and I like to call the Eight of Pentacles the worker bee card. This is a card of working hard on something specific. This is the card of working for what you want, working hard for what you want. It shows a man who is sitting at his desk. There are 7 pentacles in the air above him, and there's an 8th one resting on his desk that he's working very, very diligently on. You can see the sun is setting in the background. The candles are burning. Perhaps you're burning the candle at both ends. He's working very hard and it is paying off for him as a result of the work that he's putting into it. So I'm getting a very clear message with these in the last half of the month that this thing that you've been working on, you're starting to see a breakthrough. It inspires you. You're getting messages about it. You're seeing actual fruits of your labor in some kind of tangible way, whether it's actual money rolling in or whatever the outcome is. You're seeing it actually come in and manifest in a tangible way as a result of your hard work. The only piece of cautionary advice that I'm getting right now is to make sure to have somewhat of a balance in this. It looks like you're going to be really putting a lot into work towards the end of the month, or towards whatever this project is that you're working on. And it looks like it's really going to pay off for you. And it looks like the month is really kind of shining on you. But just make sure that you don't get completely too obsessive about it and neglect to take care of yourself or the people around you, because it looks also like you're going to be having either a new love come into your life, a new renewed sense of love with a currently existing partner, just in a beautiful place of peace and love and healing and harmony. Now, as the overall theme card for the month, you have the King of Cups. Cups being, again, an emotional suit, love, relationships, emotion. The king is someone who has reached the mastery of his suit, and being the King of Cups, this is a person who is very well grounded in his own emotions. He has, through quite a bit of experience, come to a place where he has learned how to temper his emotions with his thought process. He's a very wise ruler. He rules from the heart, but he does it in a very grounded, sort of calm, peaceful way. There's a very calm and peaceful and serene feeling to this card. Now, for some of you, this is going to resonate as the person who the new love interest, this new love that's coming into your life. This is actually going to represent the actual person that's coming into your life that you begin this new love with, this beautiful, deep, unconditional sort of love with this lovely, unconditional man or woman. Now, it comes up as a king, so I see it primarily as masculine because it's not the Queen of Cups, but it could be a female for those of you who are male watching. It's somebody who embodies these traits. If it's the actual element sign, it could be Pisces, Scorpio, Pisces, Scorpio. I just forgot the other. Is it Libra? The other water sign. So for others of you, how this is going to manifest as an overall theme in the month or general piece of advice is that the advice is to emulate the character traits of the King of Cups, to be to rule, to have a balance between being wise and being compassionate, to temper your logic and thought process with your emotional process, and that's where true wisdom and true emotional insight comes from, that help us to be grounded, whole people. So for some of you, this is going to be character traits for you to focus on throughout the month. And for, like I said, for others, this is going to be an actual person. And for those of you for whom this is an actual person, this person is going to have a great deal of influence in your life this month and perhaps continuing into the future. Represents a relationship, particularly with the star, that culmination of the star and the Ace of Cups. This is going to be a relationship that's very significant, uh, that's going to take up quite a place of importance in your life. It's going to be something that affects you in a very strong way this month. Um, yeah, so that's interesting. What a beautiful reading, Leo. It's absolutely phenomenal. There's nothing negative in this reading. I see it all. I want to reiterate, the only cautionary piece of advice would be to this thing that you're working very hard on, your career path, this project, this very inspiring, intuitive sort of thing that's specific to you. Just be careful when you're putting in all this hard work, which looks like it's paying off, just not to go completely off the deep end and neglect yourself, to take care of yourself, or to stay connected with the relationships around you, particularly when you have one smack dab right in the middle that speaks of such lovely new beginnings in love. So, Leo, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope it's resonated with you. And if you'd like a continuation, a personal continuation of it, or a private one-on-one reading, just click on the About button on my channel's homepage, and that'll give you the information that you need. Again, this month, the specials I am running is private readings for $1 a minute, which is pretty reasonable comparatively. And they begin at 30 minutes and go all the way up to 90 minutes. And thank you in advance for those of you who continue to reach out for those. It truly is an honor. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading, and it's been an absolutely beautiful one. And I look forward to seeing how this path continues to sparkle in the next month as well. So I will see you in February, Leo. And until then, as always, I wish you joy, blessings, and a happy life.